Right. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
You think Harry commit? So our friend Conk, you'll think Harry commits suicide or the royal family suicides. Mark, oh god. Um, I think I
I
saw
mean
the
that.
joke like when they were going to the airport, they were like, avoid any tunnels.
Yeah, on the Google Maps, avoid tunnels. It's a very bad joke. Rolo was the first one that I can remember who said that early on. This is like around the time of the wedding. He actually made the point that he thought that Harry would probably end up committing suicide or something, mental breakdown sort of thing. Um, so that's why everybody's kind of like, well, do you really still think that's going to happen? Um, I would say, I mean, okay, so people who may not know, Megan is like a not even a B list, more like a C list actress. She was in that show Suits. Really hasn't done anything else. I think she was there for 7 seasons. Yeah, she dated a porn star, something Rex. I don't know very many male porn stars, but um, estranged to her father. The father ended up in financial ruin, paying off her debts. She would just run up these ridiculous debts. The dad paid it off, and then it basically left him destitute because he could not afford to pay it and cut him off and no longer speaks to him or that side of the family. Uh, I mean, obviously, I don't know if she was married when she met Harry or she was in a relationship when she met Harry and she went out with him. There's kind of speculation to that she might have been in a relationship when she met Harry. Uh, Once divorced, I believe she was married to a chef and she divorced him. And of course, she's rode the car carousel in the kind of Toronto Hollywood lifestyle. And some of her best friends seems to be a lot of like internet thottery kind of things. Um, so not a great start. And she's 38. Well, she was 38. I think she must be 40 now. When they got
How old
married,
is
I
Prince
think
Harry?
he's a little younger. He was 35, so it's a 3-year gap.
What?
Yeah, I might have that wrong, but he
I
is
thought
younger
I
than
thought he
her.
was older. Oh wow.
No, he is younger than her. And at the time, she was 38. So obviously, she's older now. So that, I mean, I wasn't even that big into the red pill in that time. But even I was kind of looking at it like, are you serious? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, not that she's not an attractive woman, but I mean, just look at the track record, right? And just look at what you're dealing with, right? And it was so bad that her half brother actually wrote Prince Harry a letter saying, look, this woman is a selfish, self-serving, yada yada yada. We just went on and tried to explain to him, like, it's not too late. Like, you can get out of this. She's going to be a disaster for the royal family, and so forth and so forth. So that was even before they got married. All of that was in place before, and that's when around the time that Rollo made his prediction. And what we've seen at this point is, I mean, it's classic bipolar disorder. Well, at least it appears in a way. So exactly what you
Right.
said. She came off from the family tradition, so she's vegan, of course. And now I think he's vegan. And every year there's the family hunt. The royal family for Christmas do a fox hunt. Um, Foxes out here are basically kind of considered vermin for farmers, so they try to cull the population that doesn't eat all the produce and stuff like that and so forth. So yeah, that's a family tradition, and because she's an animal lover and a vegan, and she cares about the foxes, she basically convinced him not to take part.
Right. It's
Yeah, that was kind of the beginning. And obviously his brother, Prince William, um, who is also married. He's married to, I believe, Kate. So William is on course to be king. Harry will probably never be king at this point. But yeah, they were always the closest. I mean, of course, it's his brother. They shared in the tragedy of his mom, all these other things. And around this time, we started to hear rumors out here in the UK of a rift between the brothers, Harry and William, which is so uncanny. It is like the most far-fetched idea to really kind of wrap your head around, because those two were, two peas in a pod, as you say. I mean, literally they're from the same family, right? They're brothers. And the only thing that had changed was he married Meghan. And it was becoming a little more evident that she was, inflicting more and more influence upon him, on Prince Harry. And now, as our listeners and viewers might know, she came between him and his brother. She came between him and the family tradition. And there are a couple of videos of her overstepping her bounds, like when they went out to public events. Prince Harry is the draw. He is the celebrity sort of thing, and he would go forth and he would meet and so forth. Royal protocol. The prince is introduced first, and then it's the wife. There's video of her circumventing that whole thing, and she would just go up and introduce herself to everybody in front of him. Just breaking all of the rules, and she got a lot of shit in the press because of it, not because of her race, but because she was breaking royal protocol, right? That's the whole bottom line.
Yeah, everyone thinks like people are racist towards her, and it's like, no, she's literally like.
Maybe some are, but I don't think that's the majority of people's opinions out here. I mean, you're always going to have racists. Racists are everywhere. But, it was because she wasn't towing the line of the royal duties. And when she screwed up, just like any other royal, if any other royal did anything uncouth, even I think President Bush, possibly even Trump, got a write-up about kind of breaking royal protocol when meeting the Queen. So this is not unique. Everybody who does shit, even Ozzy Osbourne was invited to the palace once, and I think he turned to Her Majesty and basically asked, "Where's the bathroom? Or where's the pisser?" or something, something like that in his Aussie way. And somebody turned around and be like, "How the hell should I know?" But yeah, when you break protocol, that makes news out here. Nobody else in the world cares about that shit, but the Brits do. And now,
you guys care somehow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of agnostic on it. It's entertaining to talk about.
And you wonder why we left you guys.
Yeah, but I mean, what do y'all have instead? Pelosi and Trump? No, the royal family's a lot sexier than that, man.
Yeah, but slowly getting picked apart thanks to this whole thing.
And that's the point. I think that's what Brits are most upset about. The idea that the son of the land, the Prince Harry, all this other stuff is leaving the country. That I think is what's pissing people off, right? That she has managed not only to come between him and his brother, him and the family, it seems, but she's managed to get him isolated from everything that basically gave him a major part of significance. And that, to me, that's troubling. Like, I don't know if you have a lot of female friends on Facebook and such things. They think it's the most romantic thing. Here's a prince and he's given up his crown for the woman he loves, and all this bullshit. I look at it like, yeah, she's isolating him more and more and more. And everything that gave him identity, he's lost. That's not a very healthy place to be. Now, granted, he was what we would call a situational alpha, right? So it's the fact that he was a prince is what was a major draw. I don't think he's ever really had to try for any kind of relationship, right? So in his position,
and now she's with him. She's kind of taking control.
Correct, and he's completely cucked to her, right? As one of his statements was, "Whatever Meghan wants, Meghan gets." And apparently she got into a hissy fit with the Queen because, the Queen will give the Duchess a tiara, right? A crown, a woman's crown. She didn't like the crown. She wanted another crown, some Russian oligarch crown. And the Queen is like, "You get whatever fucking crown I give you, bitch. Like, you do not pick the crown. The Queen picks the crown."
I mean, there have been some funny pictures captured of the Queen, like, giving some pretty stern looks towards Meghan, isn't she?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, all things considered, it is a shit show. Those of us with some red pill awareness or even just some relationship cognizance can see that this is a shit show, even before it started. And while all the feminazis and, the Council of Vaginas are rallying behind Meghan, like, "You go, girl, you got yourself a man, and, he's giving up everything for you." Those of us who kind of know what the hell's going on as I keep telling people, there is a reason that they're going to Canada. In fact, Fathers for Justice predicted this 2 years ago. Canada has very good child custody laws and divorce benefiting women.
But
Right?
wouldn't the marriage laws be limited to the laws present in the UK?
No, it depends on where you reside. So you could get married in the UK and get divorced in the Dominican Republic. It doesn't matter, right? Yeah,
I
mean,
thought
people
it was the
do.
other way around.
No. Because you just bring it back. You bring back the marriage certificate from whatever country you had it, and you registered in whatever country you reside in and stuff. But you could get married and divorced anywhere. She would have a much stronger position if she decides to go down that road, which seems to be likely.
But see, without the royal status though,
yeah,
she wouldn't be able to like sue the crown for money.
No. She can't get money from the crown. She could get money from Prince Harry, because he does have, I think he has a trust fund, £40 million between him and his brother, kind of thing. Plus his Prince Charles has money as well, so he's on tap to inherit that if anything. So you're in a very strong position to walk away with the cash and the prizes and the kids in Canada. And I feel very, very sorry for Harry, because he's got nothing in Canada. Like, what the fuck is he going to do in Canada? I don't know. It doesn't look good to me. And actually, I got shit from an ex-girlfriend, who thinks she's really smart. I think she's divorced, and well, I wouldn't say much else than that. I'll give it away. But she got into a hissy fit about the same thing. She thinks it's all romantic. And I'm kind of like, what fucking planet are you living on? Like, everything that made him attractive to her, he's just given up. What makes you think she's going to stick around? Like, if you were attracted to this strong alpha male prince, he travels the world and, there's all this other kinds of stuff. And then he turns into like, a basement dwelling, PS4 playing, 60-pound overweight douchebag. You going to stick around? And I kind of spin back on her. Isn't that what happened to your ex-husband? Like, didn't you leave? Didn't you leave your ex-husband because he was no longer this, that, and the other? Right? So, I mean, yeah, for those of us in the know, it's not great. Let's just say that. It's not.